it's Ariana, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video we are finally doing the Jawbreaker palette. So I got this in the mail about a week ago, but I've been traveling all over Alberta with a bunch of my friends and I have not had time to film this yet. So I am incredibly excited. So if you are unfamiliar with Jeffree Star's makeup, you live under a rock. His makeup, he has so many different palettes. I have so many of his palettes now, but I'm really excited to finally get a palette that is super colorful and has basically all of the colors that I need in one palette rather than having to travel with a bunch of different palettes. So this is what the Jawbreaker palette looks like if you are unfamiliar. It has all of these amazing pastel shades in it, and then it has a giant mirror that it comes with, so it's just the perfect palette. So there is 24 shades in this palette and they're all pretty pastel on the lighter colorful side, so if you aren't really into rainbow or colorful palettes, this may not be a palette that you want to go for, but I definitely love color, so I am incredibly excited for it. And then the packaging is really adorable. It's his Jawbreaker theme, and he has more than one palette with this collection. So he has a smaller mini palette. I'll post a picture right here. I didn't pick it up because I didn't really gravitate to those colors, but I definitely wanted to pick up the big one. So if you guys are unfamiliar with my channel, I have done a palette bingo with the James Charles palette because it again is another really colorful palette, and I got my friend Justine to give me 5 numbers between 1 through 24, and the colors that she picked are, so she picked Good Morning, Cute, Sour, Delicious, and Cone. So they are pretty random. So I will swatch these colors, well, I'll swatch the entire palette and then I'll swatch the colors after, the ones you guys will see in the swatches. So I'm gonna go through the first row of colors and I'm just gonna swatch them on my hand so you guys can see. So this is Virgin, Good Morning, Bubblegum, Wow. So that's what the colors look like. So this is Virgin, Good Morning, Bubblegum, and Wow. So they are really pigmented and really colorful. So they are super pretty. I'm really excited for this yellow color. The Wow is super gorgeous. And then the next color is Suck and Licorice. So Licorice and Suck. That's what those ones look like. So they are super gorgeous. So out of the top row, the first color that she chose was Good Morning. So it's this color right here. It is pretty much like a very, very light pale color. It goes exactly with my skin tone, so I'm definitely going to use that as a transition color. And then I am just going to wash off these swatches and move on to the next row. So the next row is Cute, Fuck, Gumdrop, Snack, and Brain Freeze. So cute is, so this is Cute, Fuck, Gumdrop, Snack. Oh, I didn't do, so this was actually Brain Freeze. So cute is this one right here. So Cute, Fuck, Gumdrop, Snack, and Brain Freeze. So they are super pigmented and I'm really excited for this shimmer color right here. It is super gorgeous. And then the last color in that row is Jawbreaker, which is like a very gorgeous shimmer color. It's like a gold kind of shimmery, very gorgeous color. So I'm gonna wash off this row. So keep in mind some of these will stain your skin tone, as if you have really, really sensitive skin, your skin may get stained by these colors. I am experiencing staining from the really red colors and the pinks. They are staining to my hand a little bit, so keep in mind for that. They probably will stain your hand or your eyes. So the next row is And What? Wow, that's gorgeous. Orange Juice, Sour, Soaked, Raspberry, and Cotton Candy. Holy crap. Those colors are amazing. Look at these shimmers. These shimmers are absolutely stunning. I am obsessed with this color. I really wish Justine had picked that color. Holy crap, that is gorgeous. So that's what those ones look like up close. They are absolutely stunning. I am obsessed with this color right here. So when I'm talking about staining, that is what I'm talking about. It just leaves a little bit of a residue behind. It's nothing major, but if you have very sensitive skin, it will stain your hand. So the last row is Lemon Drop, Bite Me, Cherry Wet, Tasty, Cone, and Delicious. So I am incredibly excited for this palette. It is absolutely stunning. These colors are absolutely so gorgeous. I definitely like the shimmers more than I'm liking the mattes just by the swatches, but swatches don't always mean anything. So I am really excited to dive into this palette. So these ones aren't really showing up too well on my hand as for the swatches, but these are the colors that Justine picked that I have to incorporate into a look today. So we have Good Morning, Cute, Sour, Cone, and Delicious. All right, so I am gonna start off by doing what I always do. So I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop concealer in the shade 04, and I'm just going to put a base down. So now that we have the base down, I have to figure out what I wanna do with these colors. So I think I'm gonna go in with Good Morning as my first color, my transition color, and just put that all in my crease. So first impressions, they are pretty powdery when you tap into them. So this is going into the first shade. It is pretty powdery, but that is just kind of the norm with most of Jeffree Star's shadows, in my opinion. They're all pretty, there is a fairly decent amount of kick up. So this shade almost is exactly my skin tone, so it's not really showing up that much in my crease. But it'll be a good transition shade. Almost like a good color just to lay down to set that concealer. The next shade that I'm gonna go into is called Cone, which is the number 23 that Justine picked for me. And I'm gonna put that right over top of that first shade that we laid down. So far I don't really have that much of an opinion on them, on these colors, as they pretty much are very neutral colors, and I want to get more into the colorful side of things to actually see how they blend and work together, but I'm just gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. Right now you can see them on my eyes, but just barely. So now the next colors that we have to use is Cute, Sour, Cute, Sour, and Delicious, those three colors. So I'm gonna go in with my shader brush. It's just very stained. There's nothing on it anymore, it's just stained. Oh, there is a little bit. So I'm gonna go into the shade, actually first I think I'm gonna go into my crease again. So I'm gonna go in with my fluffy blender side, and I'm gonna go into the color Cute, and I'm just going to also put that in the crease just below that color we laid down. Just add a little bit of blue in there. Doesn't seem to be showing up as well as I want it to. Not as bright as I was expecting it to. Kind of just making my eye area kind of gray. Not really pigmented, which is kind of strange. I'm gonna go in with a tapered blending brush, and I'm just gonna put that color into the crease and just kind of pack it in a little bit more. Honestly, I was expecting this color to be a lot more vibrant than it is. It's very, like, muted. Alrighty then. So I am gonna go into the color Sour, and I'm gonna put that all over my eye. So there is quite a bit of kick up on this shade. I'm just going to pack that all on my eye. The amount of kick up that I'm getting with this color, I was expecting it to be more vibrant. This is a very dull color considering how vibrant it is in the pan. I'm gonna try and go back into that Cute color a little bit more. Let's see if we can get more of a color in my crease. It's pretty, it's just not as vibrant as I was expecting it to be. I've seen a lot of looks online and they've all been really vibrant, so I don't know why this one isn't. You have to go in with Delicious because it's the only color we haven't used so far, but I'm really not liking the color choice that I have to use for this palette bingo. It's just kind of boring. None of these colors are really standout-ish at all. There is a lot of fallout with this palette though, so definitely do your foundations last, not first. So let's go in with some of Delicious and let's just put it on the outer corner and see what that looks like. Again, there's like no pigment. This is not behaving like a normal Jeffree Star palette. Normally his palettes are incredibly pigmented, and this is really bad so far. Normally I have absolutely no problem with his palettes, but this one's just behaving oddly. I'm gonna go back in with Cute and just blend those colors together. Yeah, this looks really bad. This is not working at all. What is wrong with this palette? Go back into Sour and see if we can lay it down and blend it into each other a little bit more. These colors aren't blending in together, and the more that I try to blend them together, the more they're just disappearing. Huh. This is bizarre. Well, I think I might scratch the whole palette bingo idea and just try different shades on the other eye, because these shades together do not seem to be working. They're not blending together properly, and the more that I'm trying to blend them, the more they're just like disappearing. See, it's just like weaving. This is really bizarre. A lot of people online are complaining that their palettes aren't pigmented or they're not working properly either, and others are saying that they absolutely love theirs. So I think there may be a bad batch out there, because this is not working at all. But I'm gonna continue to try and make the colors work. But at the moment, they're not blending well at all, and they're really patchy, and they just aren't working. It's very strange, especially for Jeffree Star's palettes. His palettes are usually amazing. I'm very surprised with this one. I'm gonna try and do the exact same thing on the other eye and see if I can make it work. That looks a little bit better, but I've had to use so much of the color Sour just to get it to show up. Seems like a ridiculous amount. It won't seem to take color right there. It's just coming off really patchy. It's super weird. I'm just going back in with Cute. I'm just going to blend those colors together and see if we can make it work. You guys see how it's just like disappearing as I like try to blend it? That's really weird. Jeffree Star's palettes usually don't work like this. Is super weird. I really think I got a bad batch because I don't think it's supposed to look like this. Like, it's super patchy and it's not blending together at all. Like, it just looks bizarre. The more I try to blend it, the more it just seems to be disappearing. I mean, it's super harsh. Well, that is very disappointing. I don't like the colors that I've chosen to use. So I chose Good Morning, Cute, Sour, Cone, and Delicious, and so far they have not been blending out together at all. They don't seem like they're really working together at all. It's just really strange. But I don't even think I can make this look work. Like, that is just so weird how it just won't take pigment right there. It's just super, like, this eye took it and it's all fine right there, but this eye's not taking it at all. It's just super patchy and I don't know. That's really strange. I'm gonna take this eye off and I'm gonna see what this palette works with without a base. So let's just take this off completely and not put a base down and see if that makes a difference. Because I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever tried, but it's definitely not Jeffree Star quality. This is not what I was expecting this look to turn out as. So let's just try without a base and do the exact same thing. All right, so without a base, go in with the same colors. The more I try to blend the colors together, the more it takes the pigment off. Like, this is not working properly at all. This is ridiculous. I think I might send this back and see if they will exchange it, because this seems like it's, like, I really think I got a dud. This is not working properly. The more I try to put the makeup down, the more it's just taking the product off. It's just bizarre. I mean, the last time that I had a product work like this was the Vault collection, and it was a dud. Like, this is just not working. Like, that is the least amount of pigment. This is not a Jeffree Star. This is not how I was expecting Jeffree Star's palette to come. His shadows are usually amazing. This is super bad. Well, I'm not going to be doing a full face of makeup. I'm going to zoom in and show you guys what it looks like up close. So this is with the ColourPop concealer base down. Like, it's not the worst eye look ever, but you can see where it's not blending in together. It's super patchy. The more that I try to blend the color into the green, the more it's taking the product off. Plus, his palettes are usually super pigmented, and this is very dull, and there's almost no pigment whatsoever. And then this side, without any product, like any concealer on, there's no pigment at all. And look at the fallout, and it's just not working how a Jeffree Star shadow should. So I'm really disappointed, because I've seen so many people make incredibly gorgeous looks with this palette, and this just really isn't working out. So unfortunately, I think I may have to send this back and see if there's a problem with one of the batches, because this is not working how Jeffree Star's products work. His quality is usually a million times better. If you guys have been following my channel for a long time, you'll see the Thirsty palette, the Jawbreaker, or the Thirsty palette, the Blood Sugar palette, all of those palettes work absolutely amazingly, and this is just working so bizarrely, and it's not working the way that Jeffree Star's, how I've seen others' palettes work. So I think I'm going to be contacting them and see if I can exchange it or return it, just because I'm very disappointed. I think this eye looks okay, but it's definitely super patchy, and I'm not happy with it. So I don't know what's going on, but this is just ridiculous. Like, this is terrible. Well, since this color combination didn't work and it's just not working at all, I want to try a different color combo and see if we can make this palette work at all. Because I've seen tons of photos online, and everybody's loving this palette, so I don't understand why this one's not working. I honestly think I may have just received a dud, because everyone else's colors are working really well and they're super vibrant, so I don't understand what's happening. All right, so take 3. This is the 3rd time now that I'm trying to make this palette work. So I'm just gonna quickly go through how I got this look. So this look doesn't look too bad with this palette. It's still not my favorite, but it doesn't look terrible. So I'm just gonna quickly run through how I did it. So I started off with ignore the thunder, it's very loud. So I started off with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and I'm just going into Wow, and I'm just going to put that right in my crease. And I'm going to go in with a tapered brush This is the Lexi 131. I'm going to go into Suck. And I'm just going to put that right along my crease. And then I'm going to go back into Wow and just blend those colors together. And then I went in with a little bit of licorice just on a packer brush. And then I went in with the color Orange Juice just on my finger, like this. And I just put that right on the inner corner and brought it to the center. I found that this shimmer shade in particular works really well just with your finger. I found that And What didn't really work that well on your finger. I will demonstrate. So here's And What, and I'm just putting it on the outer corner, and it does show up a little bit, but nothing like Orange Juice. So once I lay down just a little layer, I go in with my packer brush, just go back into And What, and spray it with the Urban Decay All Nighter spray, and then pack it down.
Into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use.
I'm just blending that line together of the two colors. So I think this look turned out a little bit better. It's a lot prettier and these colors blended together nicely. So I'm gonna quickly go and do the rest of my foundation and the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. Okay, so now that I have my lashes on and my foundation on, it's time to just finish this eye look. So I am gonna go in with maybe a shade we haven't used yet. So I'm gonna go in with my under eye. I'm gonna go in with Cherry Wet. I think we tried using this one in one of the looks. And I'm just going to sweep that underneath my waterline. And then I really liked how the Orange Juice color looked right on the inner corner. I think that looks really pretty. So after all of the looks that we tried doing today with this palette, I think this one turned out the best. They all really blended nicely together. Everything looks really cohesive. Everything really looks nice. I do think that this palette is a really nice palette. I just think that it is very not user-friendly. I think that if you are a beginner with makeup, you'll find that you struggle with this palette a little bit, especially with the first initial colors that we tried, the 5 colors, the Good Morning, Cute, Sour, Cone, and Delicious mixed together really don't work, so I would recommend not using those colors together because they really sucked. But Sick, Licorice, Orange Juice, And What, and Cherry Wet all worked really nicely together. So I think that this palette just takes a little bit of getting used to and playing around with different combinations to come up with the right color combo. And wow, of course, the yellow. So I do think this palette is nice. It's not my all-time favorite, that's for sure, but it is a really nice palette. I do really like this kind of sunset color that we have got, the sunset look that we have going on. I think it looks really pretty. I just wish that the initial colors that we tried using, those blues and greens, had worked together, but sadly they didn't. I am really happy that we got a look out of this though. I was really disappointed at first when I tried doing the first look and it didn't work out. So I am really happy that we got a look to work out. But that being said, I still find that this palette is not really my favorite. I definitely like Thirsty a little bit more. It just kind of worked a little bit better. But I will show you guys up close what it looks like. So this is the look that we came up with at the end. We finally got it to work together. It still looks really gorgeous and really pretty. It's just took a little bit of playing around with. So I just paired the final look with watermelon soda, and I think it goes really nice with the sunset look. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below for more content like this, and I will see you guys at my next video. Bye!